So I guess I get 2 points and you get 1 point for predicting what's going to happen in My Hero Academia.
Remind me again? Also, who let you out of the corner?
That was 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago? You should still be in that corner.
But we couldn't have recorded the massive noodle video if I was still in the corner.
You do realize that's probably not going to go up until after this, right?
Definitely. I'm just teasing the people with that. It might not be up for like 3 weeks, but tease, tease.
Comments, you
You
may murder him if you like.
you said that Best Girl Jiro would take part in the school festival.
Mm-hmm. What was your 2 points for?
I said that Gentleman Criminal, which is his name,
Yes.
may be a upcoming villain, and that he may not be the most nefarious of villains.
I didn't disagree with you, I don't think.
Crap, now I have to go back and listen to it.
I was going to say, I don't remember disagreeing with you, so I don't think there were points on the line in that one. Where's your second point coming from, by the way?
Oh, the fact that this seems like it might be a little bit of a lighter arc coming up.
Okay, yeah. I thought we hit that like an episode or two ago where
No, that was still with the kids part of the arc. So I would say that the school festival is like the main arc now, while that may have been a in-between arc.
Mm-hmm.
So you're super happy Jiro is front and center this arc.
I mean, Jiro is best girl.
I do admit, when she was like ticking her ear wires together, that was kind of cute.
I like how she threatened Kaminari with it. Like literally, like an inch from his face. Like, I'm gonna fucking stab you.
I didn't know she could extend those that far.
I don't know what their range are, but she's been shown to like extend them. Like they can go down to her feet, at least.
I forgot about that.
Well, yeah, 'cause she plugged them into her boot. So yeah, she's got a range on those things. Heck, she could probably use them as a whip if she wanted to. I'm trying to think, like, we had a little back and forth. Apparently, we got a cutscene. Wow, I'm thinking in game language. Jesus Christ. We got a flashback of, I guess, like a little jam session or whatever of Jiro teaching Togo and Ochiko at one point, like showing her how to play guitar. Our little invisible girl.
Ooh, yeah.
We also get a nice meetup again with Eri. Apparently, she's not dying of a fever anymore, so she wanted to see Mirio and Midoriya.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna take her to the school festival to show her some fun times. Also, she really likes apples.
Except my guess is Gentleman Criminal will somehow be involved with the school festival.
It feels like it. It feels like that's definitely what it's being, what's kind of being laid out here. That he's going to somehow crash the school festival for whatever reason.
I think I mentioned something about the school festival being attacked about a week, maybe 2 ago.
You did mention something about that, and I do remember, like, going along. I don't remember disagreeing, but I don't know if I actually gave out, like, a full idea of what was going to happen.
I think you were like 50% against it because back in season 1 when when UA got attacked, they heightened security there.
Oh, right, yeah. I do remember saying that, yes. I don't know if I'm against the idea at this point. I still think that there's heightened security, so they're going to have to be more clever about it. Because we don't know what Gentle's capable of at this point, other than just robbing random convenience stores and posting it online.
He seems like he wants to be an internet celebrity than a straight up villain.
Well, that's exactly what I said after he was leaving the store after he like robbed it. I'm just like, oh, okay, so he's a hero for or a villain for popularity than he is for like any kind of reason otherwise. He's literally here just for the popularity. Doesn't he seem like he's like inspired by something? Like my first thought was like based on the outfit, like a magician to some degree. But then the more I thought about it, the more I feel like, and maybe this is just because of Fate Grand Order, but it feels like Moriarty.
Oh.
Like the big cloak, the gentleman criminal. Like, where's our Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, I haven't been playing Fate Go because I have BlueStacks, and for the past like 3 months, it's been giving me
Still.
issues.
Really? Still?
Yeah, so hey, at least my wallet's happy that I'm not dropping $60 trying to get those rare summons.
Then go look up Moriarty from Fate Go and tell me that doesn't somewhat remind you of Gentle here.
I do remember looking him up during the Sherlock Holmes arc.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, from what I remember, Gentle does look kind of pompous, like Moriarty.
It feels like it. I know I've seen his sidekick before, somewhere in like some other fan art. I didn't realize who it was, but now that I'm seeing her, I recognize her. I've definitely seen her in fan art before. I'm curious what their quirks are, because they cut away before they showed it off.
I was just about to ask that.
You know what? Actually, there was something I wanted to mention. So during the flashback we got with Jiro and the other two, Ochigo and Togo, or is it Toga? No, it's Toru. Toru. God, I keep getting those two confused. Toga and Toru. I love the fact that in the flashback, the background behind Jiro, it's just a wall that says "dope." It's dope.
Yes.
It's great. So yeah, they're figuring out what they wanted to do. Obviously, Mineta isn't happy with just a maid cafe. He wants to have a fucking. I'm going to guess he was going to go with like brothel or something. He just wants full on.
Oh, because he's perverted.
Of course he is. He's the fucking perverted character that everyone gets. It's great. My sarcasm is leaking in, I'm sure. No, he gets some laughs out of me, but most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's a bit worse. The brothel comment was worse. The revenge that Sue gets on him by literally hanging him in a bag was great, though. Like, literally. Does anyone have, like, a weight to keep him down? So we can hang him from this?
Do you think Gentleman's Criminal's quirk has something to do with thievery?
I don't know, especially because we don't know how he took out those heroes, and there was nothing other than them laying on the ground to give us any hints that I could see. I have no idea what his quirk involves. I have no idea if his assistant helped him in taking them out. Watch. Here's what we're gonna get, and this is gonna be me throwing up a comedy idea. All right.
Okay.
Gentle has no goddamn quirk. It's his fucking assistant that does all the fighting.
Oh.
That would be hilarious. Like, he's just a big pompous asshole, but he has nothing to back it up with other than his assistant.
Oh, that would be fascinating.
That would be really interesting. Because he threatened the owner with a knife. He didn't have anything else. He didn't have a gun. He didn't use a quirk. He had a knife. That's it.
Maybe his quirk is the knife.
We kind of got that with that Blade guy before, that when Red Riot was fighting him, like at the start of the past arc.
Okay.
We kind of got a knife quirk like that, where the guy just brought blades out of his body. I mean, don't get me wrong, they could reuse it, but I feel like it's a little too soon to have something so similar.
Maybe he can manipulate the blade and, like, maybe make it expand into a broadsword. I don't know what that would be, like, maybe some kind of alchemy? Is that alchemy?
Maybe I don't. I'm not sure because he's not. Because I would have to question whether or not the sword is part of the quirk, or if the sword is just like a tool that the quirk can work off of at that point.
Okay, I'm guessing
Because it couldn't be part of it. It wouldn't be part of him.
I'm guessing his quirk gives him the ability to manipulate matter.
I feel like that'd be super overpowered for what he has, for what he is.
You're right.
Like, if it's just straight up matter manipulation, that sounds super overpowered. There have to be some kind of, like, limit or setback.
It can only use the matter of the knife and reforge it into a different shape. So maybe not a broadsword, but...
I mean, you're still thinking specifically and only with the knife, though. If it's matter manipulation, he can do that to literally anything.
Oh, you're right.
That's why it's stupidly overpowered. If it's specifically matter manipulation, everything is up for grabs. He can literally manipulate the air in front of you, because the air is matter. He can turn the matter in your body, the air in your lungs, into water and drown you. That kind of shit is matter manipulation.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That's probably not what he has.
That's way too powerful. Especially for what it seems like he is. It has to be like a weird trick, if he does have one. It's a weird thing. It doesn't seem like it would be any kind of like quirk he could use in a straight up brawl. It seems like it would be a trick quirk of some kind. Something that's more cleverly used than it is brute force.
Maybe it's the Josar family's secret technique.
Maybe he just snaps his fingers and he knocks people out around him.
Ooh.
That would be interesting, actually. If he, like, it's just him snapping his fingers, and anyone that hears the sound besides him gets knocked out.
Or maybe he has some kind of, like, gust of air that can just, like, knock people down?
We already have a hero that has wind manipulation, though. It'd have to be more than that.
But enough talking about Gentleman Criminal. We'll probably find out his quirk in the next 2 episodes, maybe?
Probably. So here's one last thing before we kick this one out, because I can't think of anything else besides this point that I've been developing in the back of my mind since I watched this episode. Actually, I didn't even watch the preview for this one. I don't know what's going to happen. I didn't even see the preview. I forgot about it. So the thought I've been having after watching this episode was, I think why Jiro is so hesitant to do this is because she can't write her own music. I think she can play the guitar, she can play things just fine, but she's not good at writing her own music. That would definitely coincide with, like, the intro and her having to, like, think things through, and you just see her, like, what feels like an exhausted, like, giving up or whatever as she, like, crashes to the table. And then finally when, like, we get that point of, like, the notebook opening up and the pages fluttering and all the music coming out is, like, the inspiration hitting her, right? I feel like that's her problem and why she's not interested in showing it out, because it's not her, like, it's not her original work, right? She's just playing other people's stuff.
Oh.
I think that's her problem. And that's really going to come to a head here, when she's got to come up with something that's supposed to be a stress reliever to everyone else in all the other classes. Which is that's a really nice sentiment I forgot to bring up. The whole reason they want to go along with this idea of like a concert and dance is because of all the shit that the hero class has put out has come down on all the other classes, you know, due to, like, the dorm situations and all that other stuff. They've had to put up with it too, right? So now the heroes are trying to, like, put out a way to, like, relieve the stress that they've technically put on them, right? So, you know, they're trying to help out in that way, which I think is a really cool idea.
Gee, right? Class 1A thinks they can change our minds just from a concert? Well, it is fun.
I don't know. If Jiro, you know, does it good enough, I think she can get it.
Yeah. And she is best girl for you, so you'd
Clearly.
appreciate anything she does.
Because she feels like she's just forgotten about. Like, when was the last time we saw a freaking, like, animal talking boy? I forget his name. Like,
He talks now?
he was in there talking, yeah. He was one of the ones complimenting Jiro and trying to get her to come out and, like, do the thing. Yes, he talks. Apparently. I think
Since
that's the
when?
first I think that's the first time we've seen him talk since he like whispered to Jiro back in that at that one point when they were working together to take down Present Mike. Like the thing is, he's like uber shy is the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, when was the last time that was the last time I think we really saw him was back then. I don't think we've really ever seen him do anything else. Or Sugar Boy, who's just honestly, he just feels like he's straight up taken from Ultimate Muscle. But him, right? We barely see him. He's only come in a handful of times. The last time we saw him, not counting the previous episode, I think, which is where Bakugo had them attacking him, like him and Kaminari attacking them, or not Kaminari, Red Riot attacking him so that we can use like the howitzer and whatever. But outside of that, when was the last time we saw that guy? Just background to the school festival, really?
Well, they're not main characters.
I know, right? But the problem is, like, they're still a part of the main class. You kind of want to give them at least a little bit of spotlight. Like French Boy, Cannot Stop Sparkling. He got a little bit of light this last episode, but prior to that, where was he?
And they...
I know we've been focusing on some main shit, but like on low points like this is where you can have those other characters shine.
And they replayed the cheese scene.
Yes, they replayed the cheese scene. Also, they replayed the intro to like the series, I guess, which was kind of weird to see. Of like, oh man, 80% of the world was born with a quirk and all that fun stuff. Like, it's a weird one. It feels like a weird episode to put that in on.
Well, it's the beginning of a new arc, kind of.
I guess technically, officially it is. I feel like you're better off doing that at the start of a new season, or if like we had that mid-season gap or whatever, you know? I could totally see it then. Putting it into the middle of one like this, where there is no gap, feels a little weird.
So, does that wrap up this episode, or anything else? I guess.
I can't think of anything else specifically.
I
mean, all in all, a good episode, a good start to what will be a fun arc, it seems like.
Yeah. I'm guessing they'll have a fun school festival. Aerie will come, and then Gentleman Criminal will do something. Do you think Aerie might start to go berserk again, or not?
I don't think so. Unless something gives her energy, because they did mention specifically that with her horn being as low as it is, or as small as it is, which, there you go, the horn is definitely her power source. Not sure what charges it, but whatever the horn is like this low, I guess there's not going to be a real chance of that. So I don't think so unless something weird happens.
Okay, catch everybody next week for episode 19?
Yeah, this is 18, so yeah.
Wow, we only have like 6, 7 more.
Yep.
Later.
See ya.